Welcome, people of planet Earth and all planets beyond. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Josh, and my family and I make our living by buying things from thrift stores, yard sales, garage sales, wherever we can find them, and flipping them onto platforms like eBay, Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, everywhere we can find to sell them. And these are our top 5 dopest finds this week. Let's get into it. So if you haven't heard, we've recently opened up memberships, real cheap, like $2.99 a month, but that gives you access to our complete full haul. And so basically, you're gonna, on that live stream that we do once a week, I go over everything that I've bought the previous 7 days and just walk through it, show you, answer questions, talk about what bolos, how much I think it's going to be worth, stuff like that. And recently, I have gotten access to a rag house, so we're getting literally like hundreds of items a week now. This couch right behind me is starting to fill up just from one day. So there's a lot of cool, interesting vintage and valuable things that we've been finding. So we'd love to show that. But here are our top 5 that we found this last week. We only went a couple times to the rag house. First off, we're going to show this pair of vintage Levi's. They're actually the Plowboy Levi's. Take a look at that right there. Got a little Plowboy on the back. These are not crazy Levi's, but they're pretty unusual, hard to find, from like 1982. They are probably like a straight sort of bootcut style with the white or red on white tab. These, interestingly enough, they have they sewed the pockets shut. Not sure why they did that, but this was a not terribly popular line in the late 70s, early 80s. But it's always cool to find this because you don't always find it. They're just pretty unusual to find. This is not 100% cotton. There's some sort of poly, fabric in here, some elastane or something like that. But still cool find. Next up, this looks pretty wonky, and you're going to be wondering in a minute why I picked this up. But it's it's like insulated base layer. But look at this inside. Look at that deep pile in there. And that should maybe give you a clue as to what these are. These are actually some vintage Patagonia, like deep pile insulation, insulated pants, pant base layer or something like that. I really don't know a ton about them because I'm not super great with my Patagonia, unfortunately. But I do get this opportunity to learn all about them now that I have these in hand. These almost got thrown in the baler. Picked them out just before they went. So pretty cool. Don't know what they're worth, but vintage Patagonia stuff goes for all kinds of good money. You just never know. So really interesting find. Excited to learn more about it. All right, next up is not clothing per se, but it's this backpack right here. This field bag, military field bag, and on the back it actually has a date of 1963. So really interesting. This would have been I don't know if that's I can't remember the exact dates of the Vietnam War, but right around either the beginning or the end of the Korean War. So this obviously got a lot of use. It's really cool canvas backpack. Again, stuff like this you just don't find. And this is what I love about thrifting and reselling in the vintage world, is I get to discover things like this, learn their history, and appreciate them, and find homes that will appreciate them even more. So super cool backpack right here. Glad to have picked this up. Now at number 2, we have this awesome denim find right here. We have some overalls. You may be wondering, what are they? In fact, these are the Sears brand Hercules. These were the Hercules brand, I think, ended in the 60s. So these appear to be likely from the 60s. They do have a Talon zip front pocket right here. Really cool. A little bit unusual. But these are really old overalls. They are rough condition. They're distressed. They've been used, obviously. One of the buttons has been replaced in the past. But this comes from the era of time where instead of buying new stuff, you just repaired the items that you had. So that's really cool. Hercules is hard to come by, at least recently has been. But it's really cool to find vintage old denim like this. It's not salvage or anything, but still super awesome. Some of the old Hercules stuff goes for a lot of money. It's really popular and collectible now. So really stoked to have found this pair of overalls and saved it. also from the Baylor. And before we get to number one, I'm going to harp on it one more time. Just check out memberships in the join button below the video. If you want exclusive access to our Total Haul live stream, it goes live on Thursdays around 5 o'clock. So hope to have you if you want to support the channel that way. If not, that's totally cool too. Thank you for watching. Now, number one, you have already seen on this video. And that's because number one is this t-shirt right here that I'm wearing. This is the 1999 Championship Pro Player Spurs Championship t-shirt. Picked this up from a thrift store. It's the same thrift store I get the rag bags from that we do our rag bag live stream on Mondays at 7. And I went there, and they don't normally peddle a lot of t-shirts, but they decided to put this one out. And bam, it's mine. If you didn't know, Spurs are my team. I'm a huge Spurs fan. So finding this t-shirt was super fun. And there's no way this t-shirt does not end up on my top 5 for the week. That was the list. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.